Guys, today we have to talk about Picoin because it's making insane moves, outpacing nearly every other crypto in the top 50. Now, before we dive in, remember, this is never financial advice. I'm just putting you guys on the plays I'm in. But trust me, what's happening with Pi right now is something you don't want to ignore. If you're new here, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Let's get into it. The overall crypto market is finally showing signs of recovery, but let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. While things are looking better, I don't think we're completely out of the woods. We still haven't established a solid support level, but there's hope that $88,000 BTC might be the new floor. If Bitcoin holds this level, we could see a much stronger rally across the entire market. Ethereum is bouncing back as well, currently up 4.5%, and we're seeing similar movements from XRP and other major altcoins. However, the real standout here is Picoin, which is absolutely crushing the competition. While most cryptos are making steady gains, Picoin is outpacing every single asset within the top 50, proving once again that it's not just another project, it's a serious contender in the market. Right now, Picoin is trading above $2.50 per coin, and the momentum is only building. Could this be the beginning of the next parabolic surge for Picoin? Let's break it all down. Remember those people who flooded the comments section on my previous videos, confidently predicting that Picoin was dead after it dropped below 65 cents just 24 hours after its mainnet launch? They were calling it a scam, a failed project, and swearing that it was heading straight to zero. Well, guess what? Those same people are now rushing back in, scrambling to buy back the tokens they panic sold at the bottom, and likely at much higher prices. It's a classic case of fear-driven selling followed by FOMO buying, and it's happening right before our eyes. This is exactly why patience pays in crypto. Those who held strong through the dips are now watching their bags grow, while the doubters are paying the price for their lack of conviction. And with Picoin now surging past $2.50, the big question is, how high can this run go? Let's break it all down. Trade volume for Picoin has skyrocketed in the last 24 hours, surging 43.5% and reaching a massive $923 million exchanged by traders. This explosive increase in activity is a strong indicator that momentum is building, with more investors jumping in as Picoin gains traction. Breaking it down by exchange, we're seeing $200 million in trade volume on OKX, showing strong demand from retail and institutional traders alike. Over on BitGet, trading activity is even higher, with $220 million in volume, signaling heavy engagement from the platform's user base. MEX isn't far behind, registering $113 million, while Gate.io leads the pack with an impressive $334 million in trade volume. With nearly $1 billion in daily trading volume, Picoin is proving it has serious liquidity and market presence. The question now is, how long before we see it break past its next major resistance level? Let's dive into the charts. Things are looking really good right now. Picoin is gaining serious momentum, and if this trend continues, we could be on the verge of a major breakout. So, let's dive in and talk about some key things to watch for as we move through the rest of the week and head into next week. The biggest catalyst on everyone's radar is the potential listing of Picoin on major centralized exchanges, CEXs. Right now, the market is buzzing with speculation about Binance, and if that happens, it would be a game changer for Picoin's adoption and liquidity. But it doesn't stop there. Many are also hoping for a listing on Coinbase and other top-tier exchanges. Why does this matter? Because the more major exchanges that support Picoin, the greater the exposure, liquidity, and potential price action. And with trade volume surging 43.5% in the last 24 hours, hitting nearly $1 billion, it's clear that interest in Picoin is exploding. That kind of volume doesn't go unnoticed by the big players, and it tells me that a major listing is coming sooner rather than later. If Pi gets listed on Binance, Coinbase, or another top exchange, we could see a massive influx of new buyers, potentially pushing the price even higher. So, what's next? Let's break it all down. Now, Pi Coin's price is up significantly, 22% in the last 24 hours, trading above $2.50. Pi Coin's momentum is nothing short of incredible. The self-reported market cap now places it at 11th overall in the crypto market rankings. Let that sink in. A token that's only been around for 6 days is already competing with some of the biggest names in the space. That's a huge achievement and speaks volumes about the growing demand for Pi Coin. In the last 24 hours alone, the Pi network has surged 22%, pushing the price past $2.50, according to CryptoNews.com. This kind of rapid growth is exactly what gets traders, investors, and, more importantly, major exchanges paying attention. Speaking of exchanges, 24-hour trade volume has now surpassed $700 million, which is a key metric when it comes to getting listed on bigger platforms. It's important to remember that exchanges don't care about price, they care about volume. High trading volume means more transactions, more fees, and more traffic to their platform. If a coin generates enough hype and liquidity, exchanges are much more likely to list it because it benefits their business model. Here's where it gets even more exciting. Pi Coin has already surpassed all the requirements for a Binance listing. That means we're in prime position for an official Binance listing announcement, and I'd say there's a strong chance we see it happen before the end of the week or heading into next week. And when that news drops, we could easily see Pi Coin surge past $3. Maybe even $4 overnight. And keep in mind, that's just one catalyst. With the momentum we're seeing, there's a lot more in store that could push Pi even higher. Let's break it all down. What's even more impressive is that Pi Coin's growth is happening despite the broader crypto market downturn, and that's what makes this so bullish. Over the last 72 hours, when most of the market was bleeding red and struggling to stay afloat, Pi Coin consolidated and even managed to post green upticks. While the rest of the market faced downward pressure, Pi stood strong and pushed forward. This kind of resilience is what really sets Pi apart from other tokens right now. It's not only surviving in a bear market, it's thriving. The price is now approaching its all-time high since the mainnet launch, which is an incredible sign of strength for such a young project. The fact that Pi is holding steady and showing upward movement in a tough market makes it look like it's just getting started, and there could be much more room for growth as the market recovers. Now, with that context in mind, let's dive into the technical side and see what the charts and indicators are saying about where Pi Coin could be headed next. Because if we're looking at these numbers, it's clear that there could be some major price action on the horizon. The broader crypto market is still incredibly volatile, with some key events on the horizon that could influence price movements across the entire market. We've got FOMC meetings, upcoming CPI data, and potential shifts in economic policies that could either strengthen or shake up the market. With all these factors in play, it's understandable that the market is a bit on edge, with price fluctuations expected. However, amidst all this uncertainty, Pi Coin's strength is undeniable. Despite the volatility, Pi Coin has been able to maintain its upward trajectory, showing impressive resilience in the face of market dips. On top of that, potential exchange listings, especially with big names like Binance and Coinbase, could serve as a massive catalyst, pushing the coin's price to new heights. This combination of strong fundamentals and technical growth is exactly what makes Pi Coin one of the most exciting plays in crypto right now. It's not just surviving the storm, it's building momentum for a potential breakout. So, what do you think? Can Pi Coin hit $3 plus soon? With all the momentum, potential listings, and market recovery on the horizon, it's certainly looking like a possibility. Drop your predictions below. I want to hear what you all think about where Pi Coin is headed next.